Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're discussing the Ressence Type1N Night Blue. You can see and can purchase this Orbital time display grade 5 titanium lugless watch on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this titanium and sapphire Ressence Type1N Night Blue. This watch on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference, fits perfectly. Ressence, above all, is about aesthetics, functionality, and ergonomics. Ergonomics comes first because if it doesn't fit, it's not fun. And you can see the watch is 42 millimeters in diameter, circular, in grade 5 titanium with substantial sapphire components on both sides of the mid case, as you can see. The watch is effectively half sapphire in thickness and half titanium. Its total thickness, when you take both parts together, is 13.4 millimeters, but you can see just how generally sloped and rounded off the domed style sapphire is. It is easy to slip this watch underneath a dress cuff. Now you can measure lug to lug, as the wire style lugs, almost Panerai Radiomir style, do project out solely as attachment points for the suede leather strap. 48.5 millimeters from lug to lug. In my opinion, due to the superb ergonomics and the light weight of sapphire and titanium, you could wear this watch on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference with absolutely no complications. Now the timepiece, light on the wrist and thoughtful in its ergonomics, is also thoughtful in its appointments. The suede leather strap is an absolute treat. First of all, it's a perfect match for the night blue dial. Second, the sensation of suede in the hand and on the wrist is something relatively unique. It almost has, if you're familiar with Alcantara, often used in the headliner and seat inserts of high-end high-performance cars, it's exactly like that. Now on the underside, you can see a conventional leather grain is used to increase the durability over time, and a Clevis-style buckle is employed, also in titanium, for quick and easy adjustments on the fly. The case is all of high polish. As you can see, the beautiful welded-on lugs are as spare and minimalist as you could possibly imagine. Short of eliminating all attachment points for the strap, you can't pare down much more than this. You'll also note that the joint is fluid and nicely executed. There's no additional material or oxidation or discoloration at the point where the lugs meet the case band. All of high polish. It gives way to a rounded and almost plexiglass-like sapphire, so you get what is effectively a scratch-resistant watch in all aspects, as it's downright difficult to bring any part of the metal into contact with any surface. It's sapphire over its caseback, it's sapphire up and over its dial, and it's sapphire even in profile, as you can see. So this watch is designed not just for easy wearing, but for long-term durability, thanks to the sapphire taking most of the blows. Think of it as a ceramic bezel in kind. Now the dial is the star of the show here. This is not one of the oil-filled watches. This is the Type 1. The Type 5 and the Type 3 are the oil-filled members of the family. This one features a spectacular metallic, and as you can see, concentric circular grained multi-scale orbital style time display that gives you constant seconds, minutes, hours, and the day of the week. So looking at this watch, first of all, I'll show you how it moves once I've explained the time. Looking at the watch, you can see that it is just about 2:25 and it is Thursday. Well, how do I know that? Well, the time display moves clockwise, so the two orange sweeps of the circle are Saturday and Sunday. Then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's Thursday right now. You can see everything moves all at once. Let me show you as I adjust the watch using the case back. You can see everything moves forward. Now if I want to adjust the day, then I would reverse everything and I would adjust it in the opposite direction, and that allows me to adjust the day. To set the time or set the day, you can see I move the case back in different directions. Winding is best thought of in terms of a pizza. Imagine the case back as a pizza. You can see there's a little spinner at the center, the little white table that prevents the box from collapsing. Now, you can also see that it has an automatic winding rotor, beautifully integrated, but you can wind it manually. And you do that by taking what is equivalent of perhaps 2 slices. If you can imagine 8 slices of a pizza, imagine 2 slices on one side and then on the opposite side. So basically 2 cones across the center. You find the gritty portion of the rotation. And once you're in it, then you sweep back and forth through the grit of that quadrant of the circle. You sweep back and forth almost like you're seesawing, and you hear ratchet, 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 ratchet. You know, it sounds almost like a fishing reel, and you can feel it. The sensation of controlling the case back changes. So now you've seen how you set the time, how you set the date, and how you wind the watch. Let's talk a little bit about how this is accomplished, because it's absolutely unconventional. And as you can see, it's not just that everything is rotating around the dial, it's that within each register, rotation is taking place in its own right. So this is known as the Ressence Orbital Convex system, or ROCS. It's built on the automatic base just below this disc, which is an ETA 28242. Now the entire system, and I should mention the ROCS system is made entirely in-house by Ressence, and it contains 107 components in its own right. So this is a highly manufactured product. But it has 40 joules in total, a 36-hour power reserve, bidirectional automatic winding. Nevertheless, you can wind it manually, and it's water resistant to 1 ATM, so this is not an aquatic watch. You have the Ressence Type 5 for that. If you imagine the whole thing as a sandwich with the dial and the rotating planetary style displays on top, underneath that is the ROCS system that is designed and made by Ressence. And then there's a coupling that attaches it to the driving pinions of the 2824 ETA base. So you wind up with a tank tough and rock solid automatic base, a manufacturer module on top, and a completely unique dial when all is said and done. Now the watch does have luminescence such that you can see it at night, so it's not just a shimmering sight in the daylight, but also when light gets low or disappears entirely. This is a handsome, memorable, original, and worthwhile effort in independent watchmaking. Yes, it's about as far from the likes of Kari Voutilainen, Andreas Streller, well, maybe not Streller, but certainly Philippe Dufour as you can get. A thoughtful, quirky, and friendly approach to high horology. It's intellectually charming, aesthetically charming, accessible, and in my opinion, because of its ergonomics, wearable across a huge range of wrists. This truly is the mechanical watch that